As coaches, we want profitable businesses. But let's face it, it can be really overwhelming when there are so many strategies, so many tools, so many trends out there. We just don't know what to do and how to do it and which one to do it and if any of them even works. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the new year. Today, I am going to share with you the three trends that will help you build a profitable coaching business in 2025. Like, look, these are not just regular old trends that people jump on. It's just not like we're doing like some new line dancing or anything like that. These are practical strategies that you can implement right away, and they are easy for the person or the coach who is over 40 because we ain't got time for things that take too much time in our life. Y'all get me, right? Y'all understand what I'm saying? All right. So, guys, welcome to today's show. I am super excited to be here with you today. This is our first show of the new year. And as you can see, I'm trying to do a little thing different, right? I'm trying to get a little better with my show format. We're going to see how well that goes. Y'all know sometimes I get tired. I get tired of doing the same thing. And so I might switch it up a little bit. But before we get into this awesome content today, I've got a free guide for you that I want you to download, right? And so I'm going to share the link with you toward the end of the show, but you definitely want to stay so that you can get this. This is going to be my 5 simple steps to attract clients and simplify your coaching business in 2025. We want that. We all want that. And I want you to get this free guide. So in this guide, it's going to include actionable tips, quick wins for visibility, because that's the thing. We need to show up and show out. I also have step-by-step creation process, how to do something. And this is for the people who are not so tech savvy. These are simple strategies that you can put in place. We're going to talk about tools to automate, and we're going to talk about consistency hacks that can make us more money, generate money, because, being part of showing up and showing out is to be consistent with it, right? So these are trends and tools that are just easy to implement to implement into your business. So you want these guys as I walk you through the 5 simple steps to help you attract the clients that you want. So stay to the end, and I'm going to be sharing this link with you. All right. So, if this is your first time seeing my face in your feed, hello, how you doing? What's up? I am Elise Michelle, and I'm a content designer and marketing educator for coaches over 40. I help you grow your coaching business fast by transforming your expertise into successful digital products and setting up automated systems to make it effortlessly. Yes, y'all know I love that word, effortlessly. I love the word simple. I love anything that is going to help me get closer to living that soft life, because we ain't got time to be doing things hard like that. 75 hard. Every time I hear that, I'm like, ugh, who wants to do something hard? Not this girl. This girl does not. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it effortless. Let's keep it cute. Let's keep it soft. I'm all about these things. I'm like, I need the white glove service of life. The white glove service of life. That's what we're going to do in 2025. We're going to be living the white glove service of life, the soft life, whatever you want to call it, because this is not about working hard. This is about working simple, working smarter and simpler. That's what I like to do, right? So before we get into the content, I need to make sure that everything is flowing like it needs to be flowing, and that you can hear me okay. And let's check that right now. And for me to slow down, y'all know I can be talking really fast. I need to slow my roll. That's what I'm gonna do. Yes, that's it. So let's crush it in 2025. Let's do that. So we're doing good. Yes, thank you for the shares out there. All right. So everything is working fine. I can hear myself, and um we can keep going on with the content. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about the three top trends that will help you build a profitable coaching business in 2025. Because who wants a broke business? Who wants to be doing what they've been doing and not getting the results? Y'all know doing the same thing without any like results is a sign of insanity. We don't want that. We don't want that. And I don't want that for you, right? So y'all know what I need for y'all to do. If you're feeling a little fancy, right? I want you to go ahead and hit that like button. Like. And if you like what I am putting down, I need for you to go ahead and share this out. Share this out to as many people as you possibly can who needs to hear this. This is a great way to kick off 2025, right? I don't know what you're doing this Saturday morning, but this Saturday morning, I'm going to be dropping dimes with you. And if this is your first time viewing me, this is where I show up every Saturday at 10 a.m. to provide you with strategies, tips, and tools to help make you operating your business a lot simpler. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. So let's get back into it because y'all know I could be talking a lot and y'all don't want that. You don't want that. Hello, happy new year, Stephanie. Thank you for joining us. Yes, all right. So let's start off with the first trend. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. I know I got this like curly perm going on. So let's start off with the first trend. And the first trend is to operate and create a personalized client experience. And this is not like your generic type of coaching programs. Generic ones that just, they give you a course and they tell you just to watch it. And then they do some like monthly live shows or a weekly live show or Q&A. That's the basics. That is the basics of a good program. But that's what people expect. But how do we personalize it? How do we take it to the next level, right? And so you want to offer, like create a personalized experience that builds loyalty and trust that keeps clients coming back over and over and over again. Oh my God. You say my energy is infectious. Yes. Thank you. That's what, you get that kind of energy when you wake up early in the morning, you get food in your belly, you get your favorite drink, which is a little bit of sweet tea. You have all this energy. I promise you. But let's talk about this personalized client experience. Let's talk about this real quick, right? So, personalized client experiences is like you can offer a complimentary strategy session after a purchase. Now, I must say, this was not my idea. This was Stephanie's idea, right? Stephanie, who just joined us to say Happy New Year. I learned this from Stephanie. Stephanie would offer, she would do a paid workshop, right? And right before the workshop went right into their content, Stephanie would say, "Hey, I need everyone to pull out their phone and schedule their one-on-one strategy session with me." Is that not what you call personalized coaching, a client experience? No one had been doing that. I've never heard that. And I think Stephanie, that came from Stephanie's spirit to offer that. And I thought it was absolutely genius. Y'all know I stole it. I stole it because that was a great idea, right? But I'm also giving credit where credit is due. Stephanie, that was a great idea. So you offer a complimentary strategy session once someone purchases something. That is how you up level your personalized client experiences. The next one is to send maybe a personalized welcome video. Maybe you don't want to do the strategy session, but you could offer a welcome video when people sign up for your coaching services or when someone buy a packet, right? It can be a generic welcome video. Some of us don't even have welcome videos when people buy this regular stuff. We can add that a welcome video. Hey, thank you for purchasing blah blah blah. I thank you for being a customer of whatever the name of your company is. And so they get to hear your voice, they get to see you, and they get a knowledge for thank you for the purchase, right? Another thing that I do for my VIP clients is that I offer and send out a care package. So once you sign up for VIP services with me, coaching with me, I send out a package to to you. That package will include like maybe resources that we use. It might be it might be like candles. It could be whatever, right? But I send out a package. I send out t-shirts. I do a lot. Like I just send out this package. It's really decorated. Like it's gonna be a regular like package, but inside when they open it up, it's gonna be decorative. It's gonna have fun things in there. So I sent out a care package with a thank you note, acknowledging them for trusting me, for hiring me as their coach or mentor. Y'all get what I'm putting down? Now we go into the new year thinking out how can we implement one of these personalized client experiences. We are already one step above. So you see how this trend is not like a fast fashion trend. This is not a fast fashion trend. This is a money making, wealth building trend that you are going to set yourself apart. And I think this type of trend is what us more mature business people can implement and understand the value of this. This is Ritz Carlton, right? Experiences. This is high-end Hilton experiences. This is resort inclusive adult resort inclusive experiences. That's what we need to start to think about. How do we introduce these type of experiences into our own coaching businesses? And these are 3 ways and 3 examples that you can do. One I got from Stephanie, which I thought was absolutely genius, to offer a strategy session as soon as someone purchases. Send out a welcome video. It can be a generic video when they are just purchasing something, or if they are a high-end client, then you can send out a personal video that it actually says their name. And then you can send out care packages for your VIP, including resources that they're going to need, thank you things, self-care kind of things inside of those packages. Okay. That's how you stand out. That's how you become the number 1 selling coach in your niche. All right. So let's keep going. That is keep going with trend number 2. Trend number 2 is digital product expansion. One of the biggest challenges that most coaches have is time. They don't really have time, right? Most of us who are building our business, we're building it while we're working full time. And so we build it when we have the time. And then some of us are not. We're building us. We are full-time entrepreneurs, and we still don't seem to have time. We still got to manage our home. We got to manage our family. We got to manage ourselves, right? And we still feel like we are fighting against the time. Well, digital products work in a way that help you, right, live out your life. It works for you even when you're not actively coaching. And digital products are a great way for people to experience you and your services before they go to your next level. So I say, and I will say this, and I will take it to the grave. Every entrepreneur, not just coaches, mentors, or consultants, but every entrepreneur needs some type of digital product so that people can experience them in some form or fashion. It could be a paid product or it could be a free product. But we all need some type of digital product out there so people can consume. Why? Because everyone is consuming things digital. Now, do you always follow the massive? Yes, we follow the masses because the masses are telling us this is what we want. The mainstream is saying this is what we want. Walmart is not still in business for no reason at all. Walmart is in business because it serves the mainstream. Now, I'm not above being a little luxury here and there, but the mainstream is what keeps most of us all in business. Okay, let's be real. When all of these luxury brands are going out of business, closing stores, who's still around? Walmart. Who's opening up new stores, right? Walmart, Targets, right? Ross's, right? TJ Maxx. Like I see those popping up everywhere. Dollar General, Family Dollars. I mean, all of those they are servicing the mainstream. And I believe and know for a fact, digital products are what services the mainstream. Your one-on-one coaching, your group coaching, your other programs will service the ones who are ready to step beyond the mainstream. So that's not cut off our money. with thinking that everything has to be high end, high end. I think you should include some high end in your service offers, but I think digital products is what's going to keep us alive. That's what's going to keep us bringing in the income. Just alone in the 3 years that I started being serious about digital products, I brought in over $67,000 just selling digital products. And I honestly, I didn't know my numbers until I looked at my numbers, like looked at them. Y'all know sometimes we so busy, like, oh, blaming ourselves, comparing ourselves. We don't even look at what we've done for ourselves. And I looked at it and I'm at 67, almost like at $68,000 now of just selling digital products. It makes money for me when I don't have time or if my calendar is fully booked and I can't take any other coaching clients. Y'all see what I'm saying? So let's look at digital products as an expansion to meet the mainstream. All right. Okay, so let me share some examples with you of those. Digital product expansions, I like to also call this digital product suites, creating suites, a suite packet, right? A suite, not SWEET, but SUITE, suite of digital products, right? Online courses, ebooks and guides, journals, templates and checklists, audio programs, spreadsheets, project planning boards like Trello's and stuff like that. Things that you are using already to help make life easier in your business is something that your clients are going to want or the mainstream wants, because mainstream people look for problems that solve they look for solutions to problems that make their life easier. And digital products make life easier for you and for your mainstream clients. Okay. People just want to consume stuff. Like, honestly, let me get off full screen. I know I'm talking a lot about this because I'm really passionate about this digital product thing. Is that if you just take note of how you consume content, and think about, do you first look for a book? Or do you go look for a video, right? One of the things me and my husband laugh about is sometimes when we're looking for a video to explain something or to teach us something, we look at how long the video is, okay? And so if the video is like an hour long, we're like, ooh, I need something that gets to the point quick, right? And so we want content that we can consume fast, but we want content that is good and that is going to solve our problem. Now, once we watch some of those short videos that show us like the overview of the process, we might go look for longer videos that gives us more details. Okay. So having prepackaged videos, audio programs, things that we can listen to on the go, things that we can check off and follow along with, things that we can read and get a little bit more depth information from, it's going to drive people to want to get more information from you, right? Because you're solving that problem right there for them, like the understanding or the tools or some of the processes. But then they're going to want to look and take a deeper dive in that. And that's where your one-on-ones come in. That's where your group coaching programs come in. Those are where your higher end digital products come in. You're giving them a little bit of your taste, that you're giving them like that dessert first. And then they're like, "Ooh, the dessert is good. I think I want a 4-course meal." Then you move them over to the 4-course meal. Y'all, you get what I'm saying? Y'all hearing what I'm putting down, right? If this is making sense to you, go ahead and put a 1 in the comments. Let me know. Because if this is not making sense to you, your girl can just take a break. She can go, go do what she regularly does, right? She's gonna go shopping today. She needs to pick up a couple of little things. And then she is going to chill. I thought I was going to cook today. Not. Thank you for the 1. Yes, you are understanding. You getting what I am putting down. Yes, love it. Love it. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Because one of the things I just said is that we like to consume content fast. And if I sit here, I'm just running off at the mouth, you're going to be like, girl, get to it. Get to it. So let me get to it. Let me get to it. All right, so the last trend is leveraging AI and automation. Because look, y'all, I ain't got time to be trying to do something manually. And with so much AI, get your words out. calm down, slow down, get your words out, girl. With so much AI out there, all these different tools out there, we should not be doing things manually. And a lot of these tools are free, especially for the first 30 days. So if your money is short, like mine was when I first started my business, then you can start off free. And then if it works, then you can just start selling more digital products so that you can pay for this tool. But we should not be doing things manually. We should be using tools to help us stay there, right? So one of the challenges that I've come across is that um, staying consistent with content creation and client attraction is hard when you're doing it manually. It's just hard. It's just hard to do. Okay. And AI tools like ChatGPT and automation platforms can just save you so much time. You know, I don't know how to say this story with that because it makes it. I'm just gonna share. This morning, I was watching a video of a guy talking about being in prison. Okay, and I know you're like, what that has to do with today's topic? But he said he ran across a guy who was in prison with him who just didn't understand why y'all know what I'm saying, when I say this and when I do this, right? Why we make things so hard. Like we work so hard to do things to prove to other people that we're hardworking people. Like we feel like we got to get it out of the mud and we just make things so hard. Y'all get let's leave that working hard and in 2024. Let's leave that behind. That hustle mentality, all of that stuff is killing us. What we need is to use tools that make things easier. Because I can tell you this. No one is going to say, oh my gosh, you did that from scratch? Oh, unless it's a cake. Like I need for you to make a homemade cake. But let me stay focused. But no one's gonna say, oh my gosh, you use something to make it easier for you. You use done for you content to create this digital product, right? No one's going to say that to you. What they are going to say to you is thank you for solving my problem. And they say thank you to you by giving you moolah, money, ching ching, coin. All right. So let's move that hard life. Leave that in 2024. Leave that. Right. We live in the soft life here. And if y'all don't know me, I know this might be your first time seeing me in your feed. Your girl will not do anything hard. Not no, if it's hard, you know I'm not doing that. My husband will tell you, I will look at you and say, no, I'm not doing that. That would require me to sweat. That's gonna require me to get my hands dirty. Nope. Is there an easier way to do this? That's what I'm gonna spend time doing. And that's what I teach. Simpler, effortless things that help you get to the bad. Because if I am doing it, believe me, it's simple. It's simple. All right. So let me get back to it because y'all know I can get off task, right? So let me give you examples. Now, these are examples of leveraging AI and automation. Now, AI tools out there. You've got ChatGPT and you got Claude. I just gave you those two. I know there's some other ones out there, but I'm a ChatGPT person and you can use ChatGPT free. I do have the paid version because I use ChatGPT for everything. Like ChatGPT is my therapist as well. Like I asked it all kinds of questions. But I've also heard wonderful things about Claude. You should be using some tool like this. This should be your ongoing tool that you have. You should have the app on your phone. When you have a question, you should be putting it in ChatGPT. If you need ideas, you should be asking it in ChatGPT. Before you write a caption, you should be putting in ChatGPT to help you. Now, I understand some of you are great writers and you can come up with things really quick. I'm not. That's not one of my skill sets. So I get help. I'm not going to make this hard for myself. And I'm not going to feel guilty for using tools that make my life easy. We leaving the hard life behind. We are moving into the white glove service of life, the soft life. Okay. So AI tools, you need to choose one of these that you're going to use. Automation tools. Automation tools allow people to buy things while you are asleep. If you have to get up and mail something out, package it up, put a stamp and mail it out. That's the hard way. But let me just say this: I don't have anything against people who do drop shipping. Like, I don't have anything against people who are mailing things by hand, have a little, a little place in their home and they mail things out. I have nothing against that. But that is not what I teach here, because that requires products, that requires a whole lot of your time, and you can only do but so much of that, because you have to sleep. You can't do that while you sleeping. Unless you hire someone, you could. But these automation tools allow you to sleep in peace and make money. System IO is one of those things. You set yourself up with a freebie funnel, and that freebie funnel works and builds money and brings money into you for you. So if you don't understand what a freebie funnel is that you have a free offer. That person downloads that free offer. Once they're consuming your free offer, they get automation emails that sells them the next offer, which is tend to be a low dollar offer or a mid-tier offer. Once they buy that low dollar offer, you get another sequence of emails that sells your next offer. All of this is based off people opening your email. And when you have a high open email rate like myself, then you're making money every time you wake up. Sometimes it's $47. Sometimes it's $100. Sometimes it is $500. Okay. But all of this is happening in my sleep. This happens when I wake up. Now, let me just be real with you again. I did have to put the work in up front. I did have to do the work up front, right? So that might take me a day or 2 days to do the work, but it wasn't hard work because I followed a step-by-step system. I followed the steps. I ain't have to figure it out. I ain't have to get it out the mud or in the weeds, right? I followed the step and just made it so easy. So if you are ever confused about how are these people doing this, just know they're using tools to make it happen. Another automation tool is Zapier. Zapier, y'all, let me just tell you how I started using Zapier, okay? I knew Zapier had been around for a while, right? And it has it's one of those if then that kind of tool. And back in the day, it used to be a tool called if then. I think it was called if then that.com or something like that. But I don't think that exists anymore because then Zapier came around, right? But basically, I have my digital store and it's called Coach Digital HQ.com, which is Coach Digital Headquarters, right? And that digital platform, it does connect to an email provider. So like when people buy something, then their email address will go into my email automation system. But my email automation system was not one of the integration features with PayHip. I use PayHip to sell my digital products. Okay. And so, what was I going to say? Oh, so I needed a way to get those emails into System IO without me manually doing it. Y'all get what I'm saying? Because I'm not about copying and pasting emails manually. I'm not doing that. I need things to happen automated, right? So Zapier, I created a Zap that allows me to, every time that someone buys a digital product from me, their email, all their contact information gets sent to System IO automatically. And they get tagged with what they bought. Y'all see the power of that? And Zapier is free. So it's doing this for me for free. Free 99. Right? So that's automation. That's just one way of how to use automation. And then you've got scheduling software like Canva. Canva will schedule your posts for you. A lot of these platforms have self-scheduling in the platform. So again, let me give y'all an example. Like, I'm not telling y'all to do these things if I'm not doing them myself, like I am. So let me share with you how I scheduled something this morning. I scheduled several things this morning. So last night, okay. I want to get better at sending out reels or creating reels and uploading them to YouTube. So YouTube Shorts. I want to get better at that. And typically for the past week, I've been doing it manually. Like basically I will upload a B-roll and then I would, put the text on there and then I would schedule it. I would just send it that day. Then I said, well, Elise, how can you make this simpler? Right? Your goal is to live the white glove life or a soft life. How can you automate this? Well, I forgot that YouTube has a scheduling. They have scheduling within their platform. So I uploaded 4 videos, 4 YouTube shorts, and I scheduled them to go out for the next 3 to 4 days. So this morning, a YouTube reel just popped up. It appeared today because I scheduled it on the platform. So Instagram allows you to schedule, YouTube allows you to schedule, TikTok allows you to schedule, Facebook allows you to schedule, Pinterest, all of these platforms have self-scheduling within the platform. Or you can purchase another platform or, use Canva. Canva will schedule out your content as well. Who else? Buffer. There's so many out there. So if you want to pay an outside service like that to schedule all of your content at one time, then do the research. But Canva would do that as well. You can create the graphics and then you can schedule it to go out. Videos, carousels, etc. We'll actually post on those platforms. Y'all, do not make life harder than what it is. The goal is to live a soft life, building our business. Okay. All right. So I think, let me get off that soapbox. So you guys see that those are the 3 trends that we talked about. Now, what I want you to do is to imagine this. Imagine clients feel seen and supported because you offer personalized coaching or you offer a personalized client experience. Your clients feel seen and supported. Imagine digital products bringing in consistent income for you. You waking up to sleep coin. Who wouldn't want that, right? And then imagine your systems running smoothly for you. You don't have to worry about if something posts or not because you schedule it. You don't have to say, oh my gosh, I forgot I need to post something. No, you already did that, right? I actually scheduled this event today. Like I scheduled this on Tuesday to appear live for you today. Imagine systems running smoothly for you, automations, AI, just making life like a breeze for you. Who doesn't want that? I want that for you if you don't, right? So here's the thing. I've got a free guide for you. And this free guide, you can go right now to coachsimplify.com/CO1. CO1 means the coach's office. That's what CO stands for. And this is the first episode of the year. So CO1. Go to coachsimplify.com/CO1 to get this free guide where I walk you through 5 simple steps to attract clients and simplify your coaching business in 2025. In this free guide, you're going to get actionable tips. You're going to get quick wins for visibility because you know what? If you want to sell something, you need to show up and show out, right? Show up and show out. I'm gonna say something in a few minutes that some of y'all might not like, but I'm gonna share something right in a few minutes. A step-by-step creation process. How do I create what I create? How do I do it stress-free? It's in this guide. Tools to help you automate everything. I just shared a few tools. Y'all, there's so many out there now. All you got to do is choose one. Choose 1 or 2. Don't make this hard. And then consistency hacks because you got to show up. Okay. So I'm going to keep this over to the side. Let me see. I got another way that I can keep this over to the side. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go over here. So you can still get that, right? But here's what I want to say. I know there's a trend for faceless content. Faceless content. Create a faceless YouTube channel. Create a faceless Instagram page. I get that, right? And I understand the appeal to that because a lot of times a lot of us are just shy to show up online, right? We just are really shy. We don't want to have to worry about doing our hair. I get it, right? There's some days I look a hot mess. And the faceless type of content will work for some of us. But I want y'all to really pay attention to the people who are selling it. Okay. The people who are doing really, really well with it are showing their face. Like they are showing their face to tell you to do faceless content. And I thought that was so funny. Like I was like, God, that is so funny because they're selling the faceless content that is the exact same. So if you purchase the faceless content or do what they're doing, it's going to be just a carbon copy of what other people are doing. Now, how do you stand out among all of those other people doing those same things? Is you show your face. So I would more or less say the content that I think people should create might be, I don't know, speechless content. That some people are not comfortable with speaking, right? And I know that doesn't sound sexy. I don't know. Maybe I come up with a new name for it. But the key thing I think most people struggle with is what to say when they are online or creating courses. That's why I created done for you content so that it gives you the outline, it gives you the feeling, and then you just have to put the toppings on it. Okay. Because I know that's what I struggle with. I struggle with what do I say? Okay, now that I got my hair all done, I got makeup on, but how do I, what do I say? How do I get started? Because I'm not a strong writer, right? I'm not a strong writer at all. And I know you might not believe this. I am a introvert. And I like to be, working behind the scenes and not in front of the scenes. But I realize that if I really want to make an impact, if I really want to build a brand that is long lasting, I've got to be the person that's part of the brand. And then I know that people can copy me, although AI could copy me, but they can't do it as good as me, right? I don't care how good the systems are. But anywho, you will stand out because you are being you. You are being unapologetically you. That is what people are buying. They're buying you. And so those faceless type of platforms, videos, and all this kind of stuff, they're gonna. It's not gonna be as popular in 2025. I can tell you that because they just oversaturated with the same exact thing. If you did purchase and buy into that, here's how I know this is an additional thing. Here's how you just add your own flavor to it. You now just take that same content and you now become the face of that content. So if you don't want to speak it, just create B-roll of you doing things. B-roll of you playing with your family, being with your family, B-roll of you shopping, B-roll of you typing, working on your computer, and then use that same content that they've given you or that you purchased it and put that on top of your B-roll content. Okay, that's how you use what's out there. I'm getting hot. All right. All right. So Kay Harris has something. She said, that is interesting that you say that. I posted my first B-roll video on Instagram with a caption and no words, and it has the most views right now. So go figure. Right. Right. Just B-roll. People like to see people doing things. You know what I'm saying? They just want to show that you're a real person behind the brand. So if you doing your hair, if you put lipstick on, that's what they buy. They're buying into you and your lifestyle. Okay. So thank you, Miss Kay Harris, for sharing that with us. All right. So guys, if you have not already, go ahead and download the 5 simple steps to attract clients and simplify your coaching business in 2025. Go to coachsimplify.com, CO1 to do that, right? Actionable tips, quick wins, step-by-step processes, tools to automate, and consistency hacks, right? Free guide that you can go and get right now, all right? So guys, thank y'all so much for showing up for me today. Yes, for the new year. I love it. Y'all, if this is your first time seeing me again, I am Elise Michelle. I am a content designer and a marketing educator, right? I haven't shared, a retired marketing professor because I just love educating and teaching people how to market their business. And I like to do it and share with you how to make it simple in your life. So if this is your first time, please come back. Come back, show your face, give me some support. If you know that some other people might like this video, y'all know what I need for you to do. Go ahead and hit the share button, share, and give me some love, some like love. All right, guys. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that as well. You guys have an awesome and blessed day, and I will see you next Saturday, same time, same place. Peace out.